quarterwaters.com, the site for social entrepreneurs, where successful social entrepreneurs come in a program, they speak about their impact, and they give business tips that you could use in your social enterprise. Today we're going to find out how to create your own online store. If you're thinking about doing it and you want to know how to get started, you came to the perfect place. Today with us, we have the founder and president of Susty Party, Emily. Emily, one more time for your last name.
How you pronounce? Everyone in cyberspace.
There you go. And Jessica Holsey from Susty Party. Now, Susty Party is an online store for eco-friendly party supplies. With their mission is to create a world where fun and sustainability go hand in hand. Ladies, welcome to the program.
Hi. Thank you, Dwight.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I see that we're going to have a lot of fun during this interview.
Yeah. Yes. And we have a party crown on, so it's time to party.
There you go. Ain't no party like a Susty party, because a Susty party don't stop. See, I was thinking about that all night, and I feel bad for saying it.
For many reasons, including emotionally. It never ends, you know?
There you go. All right.
It sustains itself. It's a lifestyle. It's an attitude.
All right, so ladies, bring us back to the beginning. Share with our viewers exactly, Emily, what is Susty Party? I kind of talked about it briefly in the intro. Can you give our viewers a little well-rounded more view of it? What is Susty Party?
Sure. Susty Party is an online store for responsibly made party products. And we believe that partying and being responsible can be fun together. So how can you throw a party, but also do it in a responsible or sustainable way? So we're trying to create this sustainable partying movement where people come together, they host a really meaningful event, and they also make a positive difference on the environment.
All right, so you girls are both very focused on sustainability. Jessica, why sustainability? Why is sustainability so important?
Sure.
And what we sell these party crowns on our site along with
other from organic cotton. They're machine washable. Sustainability is a huge issue that is facing our generation right now. You know, the way that we consume things, the products that we use, what they're made of, where they come from. Just the environment it's something that we need to cherish and realize that it's something that, there's a big problem right now and we really need to get on top of it and take small steps and incorporate sustainability into our everyday lives before things get worse.
But you girls aren't just talking about it, you're actually doing it. Emily, how did you get Susty Party started? Now, you're a weekend warrior. First define for our viewers that don't know exactly, what is a weekend warrior?
I started the business while I was in another full-time job. So I did it on the weekends. That's where weekend warrior comes from. I think it's a great way to test out your idea, make some progress, see how passionate you are, do some market research, and test your traction before you jump full-time into something. And we also bootstrapped the company, so we didn't get outside funding. So even though we've been around since 2008, we still feel like we're a startup because we still feel new. Like I said, I was a weekend warrior for the first, at least year and a half. So it was like we've taken baby steps, but we've been more informed as we take steps along the way. Right. So yeah, you become a weekend warrior, if you're at a job full time and you want to start another job and do it on your own. It's a good way to just start something new. Anyone can just start,
You talked about doing market research before you jumped into it. What did that consist of? So you had this idea, you were working at your other job, and this idea came to you that, hey, I want to make a company that uses eco-friendly products. One, how did that idea come to you? And two, speak about the market research that you conducted.
Sure. I started out wanting to be my own customer. And I think that's how a lot of the enterprises start or stores start, or when people want to launch a new product. It's like, wait, I really want something. No one's doing it in the way I want it to be happening. So I'm going to start it myself. So yeah, I mean, the first step is identifying a need and seeing that it's not being met. And in that case, it was a party store that sold responsibly made products. There's biodegradable tableware that we sell that's made from plants. And I was searching high and low in 2007 or even in 2005 and 6, just from parties I was organizing. I'm also a musician and performance artist. So I was throwing and hosting parties, and at my other company, I was the sustainability coordinator. So I was making sure all their events and parties were sustainable at this company. From, holiday parties to monthly meetings with hundreds of people. So I really loved the new products, new biodegradable tableware made from plants, but I couldn't find a good resource online that sold them, that I really enjoyed shopping there, and that had other information and resources for how to host sustainable parties. Because another part of Susty Parties, we have free tips and signs and other resources that people can use to make their events more sustainable or eco-friendly, or bring an additional consciousness to the event. So I wanted to create an online hub, for those people, and a one-stop shop so everyone could get what they needed. Because I was doing a lot of parties. So I think that's, the first step in I guess, the market research phase. I mean, you identify a need. You do profiles on the potential customers, and luckily I was one, and just talk to my other party planners, other friends who throw parties, moms, people who are hosting weddings, and kind of see, what do you really want? What are the types of products you like to see? So we do some interviews, and that's ongoing. We do ongoing market research. And then, the main research part is you just have to put it up and see if it sells.
Yeah, one of the benefits of having an online store is that you can get constant, immediate feedback. So if there's a product we want to test, we can throw it up online and kind of see if people are ordering them or interested in them. So it's really beneficial to have an online platform like that, because you can see immediately kind of what people want, what people are demanding, and kind of move your business in that direction.
Yeah, and unlike a brick and mortar store, I mean, we don't have to carry inventory and pay for our physical space. I mean, there's other costs of hosting and developing, but if you want to test things, another tip is that it's important to have version 1. When you launch the site or the product page, whatever you're testing, it's not going to be as perfect as you want it to be. But you can always keep iterating and making things better.
So you talked about this was this was bootstrap. How much did you start out with? Can you range it? Can you just give us like a quick estimate, probably for like the first year?
Yeah. I mean, well, I originally started partnering. Oh, someone is. I think our mail is here.
Just ask who it is.
Sorry. Thanks, Madeline.
Our intern, Madeline.
There you go. Hi, Madeline.
Yeah, when I started in 2008, I was working with a web development company.
All right.
And I'm just going to throw this out there, Quarter Waters exclusive.
There you go.
Quarter Waters exclusive.
You heard it here.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Go ahead.
Well, now I have to remember the actual startup cost.
It was like $20K.
Right.
Is it what I'm supposed to say?
Yeah, I guess, no, that's what it is. Yeah, $20K.
So you guys rounded up $20K to get this going. So you built the MVP. You built like a minimum viable product. You built the website and just threw it out there?
Yeah.
When did you start receiving traction? Like, when did you know, okay, we're really onto something? Let's put a little bit more focus in this.
I think in the beginning, what would happen, Emily set up the company.
Right. I was the weekend warrior.
She was the weekend warrior.
There full time, like trying to create traction.
And she had kind of set it up to, distribution is a huge thing that it took us a longer time to get a handle on. So warehousing, shipping, everything like that.
Can I jump in for a second? One thing about your previous question I wanted to finish saying was with testing products, and you might have been going toward that, but we can arrange drop shipping relationships with multiple vendors.
Explain that. What is drop shipping?
So that means that we don't have to carry inventory. We can put up the product, and once we get an order, we just direct it to the person who either made the product or is doing the drop shipping for us, like a distributor. Like Jess was going to start talking about distribution, but you know, that just relates to testing products. But it is about creating those relationships with people too, because sometimes we had to, especially at the beginning, I really had to put myself out there and convince these larger companies to like give me a chance, because most of them didn't do drop shipping. But I wasn't prepared to order a giant warehouse full of product for myself. So, you know, that was part of testing it and part of starting up, was creating those relationships and talking on the phone for hours with the owners of the manufacturing company that has a factory in China. And, you know, why does he do what he does? You know, can he, because they also sometimes manufacture non-green products, but luckily we found the people that we felt like could be mission aligned with us and did have a mission to be more sustainable and environmentally friendly. And they, you know, ended up giving us a really good deal on drop shipping.
Were you cold calling these manufacturers? You just went out, tried to start networking?
It's cold called.
Cold calling, cold email, just trying to find anything. And you were fortunate enough to get hit back, and people were, you sold them on the idea, and they were willing to go with it.
Yeah, well, not emailing, calling.
Oh, just cold calling.
Yeah, we're really lucky to have some really amazing partnerships right now with our vendors and distribution partners. So I guess where I was going was in the beginning, we were doing full cases. So this is kind of part of market research too, because part of drop shipping is sometimes they don't like to break cases. So we had full cases of product, 1,000 at a time. And that really, the market that we were trying to target, which was consumers, really wanted smaller pieces. Exactly. So once we were able to figure out how to effectively break those down and distribute, then it really kind of helped our business move forward.
But how were you able to do that? Let's say, you know, I have a business online and I'm talking to the manufacturers, but they want to sell me pallets. They don't want to break it down for me. I have to buy a truckload of this stuff before we can even get into business. They don't want to do the minuscule stuff with me. What did you say to them? How did you sell them your vision?
Like I said, I connected with them on more of a mission level.
Okay.
Like, this is, you know, we're a mission-driven business. We're a certified B Corporation, which is a new national movement and new corporate structure. It's a for-benefit corporation. bcorporation.net is where you can learn more about it. But to become a certified B Corporation, we change our operating laws and we go through an intense survey of all our environmental and social impact and policies to know that, you know, we're not only out there to make money, but we're out there to make a positive impact on the environment and people and society and community. So they evaluate that and they certify us for that. And that's actually written into our operating law as an LLC, that we're not only responsible for profit stakeholders, we're responsible for environment and the community as stakeholders in our business. But anyway, you know, just connecting to people on that level, you know, trying many different people, not being scared to call, because I mean, sometimes I'll admit I am scared to call, and sometimes, you know, it's easier to just email people because it's like really less putting yourself out there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I did.
And I noticed that you
and I didn't get all great responses. You know, some of the salesmen are really brusque and they don't want to talk to you. But, you know, having persistence, not being scared to put yourself out there, and then just making relationships, like face-to-face meetings are really important too. Yeah.
And you really emphasized when I said cold emailing, you said no, cold calling.
Yeah.
Are you saying it's more effective to pick up the phone than shoot out an email?
Yeah, we try to get on the phone with all of our vendors and suppliers. Even if now we're bigger, like we have more traction, we don't have to convince people to work with us like we did when we were first starting out. And also I think the market for e-commerce has gotten bigger, so people are more used to the idea of drop shipping than when we started, you know, back in.
But yeah, it's really true though. Like, I think our approach is less there are vendors and more there are partners.
Ladies, do me one favor. Can you click on your camera icon and re-click it? You froze up on me.
Oh, sure.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem. All right, cool. So you guys have it. It's up and running. I'll wait till she come back. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we want to have really good relationships with our vendors and even help them be more environmental and green and help them communicate to the people that are buying their products.
Right.
And sometimes we find really small vendors like Floor from Organic Creatures that makes this party crown. And she's just, you know, a small woman-owned business in Washington.
Yeah.
And looking for a way to reach more people. So if we can partner with the vendors that we find, also Hip Hooray is a new vendor we're working with in Minnesota. Yeah. We have these eco garlands that are made from hemp twine and cradle-to-cradle certified, durable, kind of stone-made paper.
Stone. It's funny you use the word stone with hemp-made products.
Yeah. Yeah.
But listen, all right. So you guys are able. You don't have a brick and mortar store. I see you guys trying to get your free advertising. You don't have a brick and mortar store.
We're just informing people.
No, definitely. So what are the margins like?
The margins are around 30%. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. For our viewers, like we had a pre-interview and I asked them if they wanted to share their revenues, and you know they're not ready to do it as yet. So I'm trying to get as much information as I can.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah. So it depends on what product. So certain products have different margins, but on average, across all of the many items we carry, they're about 30% for retail.
All right, awesome. So Emily, you're doing this for a year and a half by yourself, right? And then you brought Jessica on. How did that happen? Were you two able to form this partnership?
It was a combination of luck and fate. No, I was doing it on my own, and like it wasn't getting as much traction as I wanted it to be. Okay. It is a lot of work to launch a new company. Yeah. Especially when you're not doing it full time. So, and also, you know, I was finding I didn't have some of the skill sets I felt like the business really needed. And then I met Jessica, who's a genius, at a friend's party. And we had talked when I originally was starting the company like a year or so earlier at another social event, and we had kind of known each other just a little bit, and then she was interested. You know,
I was looking to leave my job. I was looking to leave my job at the time.
Okay.
I was working at Credit Suisse, a bank, doing private equity kind of stuff, and I was looking to either start my own company or work for a startup. And I ran into Emily, and she started this company, which was really cool, which I loved. It was mission driven and, you know, cool concept, and I like to party, and she's like really passionate, and just she draws people in, so I wanted to work with her.
All right.
So it's about the relationships,
yes,
the people, the connections you make. That's the best thing.
So let's go into specific now. Share with our viewers some tactics. How are you able to get traffic to your site? How do you get people to check out sustyparty.com? How are you drawing people in?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have an intense sales and marketing campaign. Of course, we do all the free marketing that most startups and internet businesses do with all the social media and blogging and Twitter. You know, we're upping our Twitter game. We're using Hootsuite, you know, scheduling posts, like our Facebook page, our blog, which is now integrated on our store. Madeline, our intern, started posting some new series of fun features on our blog, so that we can just keep drawing people. You know, the name of the game is just draw traffic. And there's the long tail, too, which is like the more content you put out, even if it's obscure, only one or two people click over to it, you know, that actually ends up creating that really long tail and a large amount of your, unique visitors do come from these small things you might do that are more obscure, don't drive so much of the traffic. So yeah, we're just, we're creating content we like, that we think will be engaging, that we think represents the Susty Party lifestyle, how to live sustainably but also have fun. I think of the word Susty as fun, sexy, and sustainable.
You just made it fun, sexy, and sustainable all at once just a while ago. I feel it.
So, so that's part, we have the social media marketing. We try to create strategic partnerships with other bloggers or media outlets that we think will reach people who are looking to host parties. And, we're trying to connect more to the wedding industry and kids' parties. So yeah, we go to networking events. We have a huge sponsorship program, which is where we also get a lot of our marketing, spread our mission. So really awesome, often nonprofit companies will come to us and say, can you sponsor the tableware at our party?
Okay.
And we'll do that, and then they'll spread the message to their people. Right. So I think strategic partnerships is a really big part of it. And then we do AdWords. We do pay-per-click advertising, and that does drive a lot of sales. And then, just, the more time that goes by, the more brand recognition we get, the more organic traffic we get, the more visible we are in the event and party space, the more people that look.
AdWords, any SEO? I hate SEO, but it has to be done. I don't know if you guys like doing SEO.
Wow.
We haven't done too much on the SEO front. That's the next thing we want to tackle, I think.
All right, cool.
All the SEO consultants are going to get mad at you. Or at you. So many people, tell me, AdWords is horrible. SEO, that's where the real value is. I think both are important.
All right, cool. So how do you manage, or how do you gauge your impact? At what level? How are you able to follow track of the impact that Susty Parties is having?
Well, one way is through customer feedback. That's like really, really easy way, and it's really cool to get. We get emails all the time from satisfied customers who are just happy that they were able to use our products and felt good about the parties they had. And
your camera froze up again.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, customer feedback, like anecdotal or talking to people on the phone.
It's just customer contact and feedback is like really, really important.
And people will say, I used this at my son's birthday party, and he made, a wish to, something about the environment, and spread it. Like, people will tell stories about how the products, facilitated some conversation about having a more positive impact on the environment, or we used to use plastic and now we use your cups that are made from plants. So we like to think that the more we sell of these products, the more they're replacing the disposable plastic items or styrofoam items or paper items that aren't made from renewable resources like ours are.
So, and also when people first hear about our company, sometimes they're unaware that these products exist. So it's, it's spreading the word too, that you need to be conscious of the way that you purchase things and what the materials that you're using are where they come from and what they're made of. Definitely. So just spreading the word is another way.
Yeah, so the more sales we get, and the more page views we get, hopefully we've embedded our values enough in the whole DNA of how we operate, the products we sell, and the content we put out on our website, that the more sales and the more views we get, the more impact we'll be having on spreading our mission.
Awesome.
Susty Party.
I forgot to ask you this question before. You were doing this a year and a half. You were weekend warrior in it. When did you realize that you had to make this full time? At what point did you make that transition?
I guess it was like a year and a half or so of doing it, or a year. It became apparent. Let's see. Well,
When she decided to.
No, it was like
Full
6
time?
months. It was like 6 months. Or when I just realized that, I wanted, I wanted to actually find a business partner
That's
to
when.
help run it, and fill in the gaps, that I was not managing myself. Like we have really complementary skill sets and a division of, oh no, did we freeze again?
Yeah, you did.
Um, anyway, we have really complementary skill sets and a division of labor and division of, um, it works out really well. So yeah, it was about, 6 months, I guess, of weekend warrioring it.
It's funny that you speak about that when you were able to find Jessica, the division of labor and everything else. But I was reading yesterday, I came across something, I can't exactly remember where, but it was an article or something, and the author was talking about it's easy to start. Well, it's not easy. It's not impossible to start a company by yourself, but he was truly recommending that you have either a co-founder or a partner for somebody that could hold you responsible. It's not a power structure, but somebody that, if they're working as hard, you have to work as hard. And it really keeps the startup going. It really encourages the other person to keep going. Is that something that you were missing in the beginning? Just that extra energy from another person to keep you motivated, to keep you pushed, to find somebody as driven as you to keep it going?
Well, I definitely recommend starting businesses with a partner. Um, I mean, yeah, no, it wasn't necessarily like a motivation. Although, I mean, I agree with that, yeah, I mean, it's once you find someone to work with you, you definitely you have a whole nother level of being held accountable with that person. So I think that definitely plays into it.
All right, definitely. I'm trying not to leave anything out. Am I? Is there anything?
Well, no, I mean, but if you want to talk about start more of how anyone can start an e-commerce store,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
I'll just throw it out there that we started in a partnership with Crush and Lovely, a design firm that custom built our website. It was like totally custom built store and shopping carts on Ruby on Rails,
Okay.
or with that language.
Yeah.
And so they were kind of like the co-founding technical founder
Back in on
and
that.
developer and creative strategist even was Nathan Helene. He was kind of the co-founding creative strategist and oversaw all the web development and design because his firm is called Crush and Lovely, and we partnered with them to start. So yeah, if you can partner, and you can get someone interested in your idea to give you a really good deal and kind of be in that co-founder role, that's obviously a great way to start. And then we did recently, like you said, move over to Shopify, which is out of the box, pre-built store and shopping cart, because we just found that we were really too small to maintain the beautiful code they had built for us. And maybe we will eventually move towards that if we get larger. But if you're small, I do recommend starting with one of these shopping services that are already out there, like Shopify or BigCommerce or Volusion or whatever. I mean, yeah, but you still would probably, if you're not technically skilled, need to hire and still find a partner to help you get it designed the way you want it to. You might have to do some custom coding and programming on top of it. So, those are just some more like practical tips of building the site and the platform.
Definitely. What are some of the challenges that you guys face now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, the big challenge to any business always is how do you increase your reach and increase your sales. So that's the main thing we're focusing on. Trying to just get more, our site converts well when people come to it, people buy. We just need more eyes on the site, more visits. So working on getting the word out there and getting people to the website.
More traffic. Awesome.
More traffic. Mm-hmm.
And is there anything else you want to share with social entrepreneurs or aspiring social entrepreneurs that are watching this program?
I would say, well, we can each give our thing.
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
My thing would be in the world of social entrepreneurship, we've talked a lot about partnering with people, and word partner has gone out there. There are so many people who you can find that will value your mission, and even if it's something that no one's ever done before or it breaks protocol in the business world, not being afraid to forge partnerships in ways that benefit everyone, because in this space people are, I find, very willing to kind of help each other. So and also thinking of ways that you can help other people as well. So forming partnerships with people, going against the grain, kind of maybe not doing things, that are strict in the business world and breaking protocol a little bit, goes a long way.
Definitely. Emily?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, and relationships are so important in starting a business, and in being a social and environmental entrepreneur. And yeah, that's what really builds your business, is connecting with the people.
Definitely connect the dots. I don't know. I thought it was just my Skype that had that problem. Like, I don't know. Ever so often, the camera would just freeze up, and then I have to refreeze it. All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for coming on the program. Thank you for sharing your story. Keep it up, and stay in touch and let us know as you continue to grow, as you continue to get a stronger online presence, and come back and share with our viewers how you guys were able to pull that off. So thanks for coming on the program.
Thanks.
Thank you.